Drivin and Katz checking out the Washington, D.C. Auto Show. Let's go see it. The ZL1 Camaro promises Corvette performance in a Camaro convertible package. $65,000. Power will come from a 6.2-liter supercharged V8. You can also get a manual transmission. I know from experience that collectors of die-cast cars like Hot Wheels and Matchbox will definitely be car lovers. And it looks like Chevy's taking advantage of that with this Hot Wheels line of Camaro. So the all-electric Chevy Spark is coming. We know it's going to be priced right around $25,000 after incentives. We don't know its range yet, but we do know it will be all-electric and it will fit an honest-to-goodness 4 people. I'm so glad that Fiat's back in America, and I'm so happy to be surrounded by so many of them. But I must say, the one I'm most excited about is the Abarth Cabriolet. This, to me, is the best of all worlds. It's a 500, gets good economy, the exhaust is outrageous, great sound coming from it, and now, al fresco motoring. This does not look like a rental car special here, the Chrysler 200. You can actually get up to 283 horsepower in this and still get 29 miles per gallon on the highway. Check. The wheels look excellent, and the interior also looks excellent. Very nice. And white stitching to highlight the seats. Looks good. The Dodge Charger SRT8 6.4-liter Hemi. Pretty cool, and all American. Inside, you got a pretty serious looking steering wheel there. Looks like a BMW or Audi steering wheel. Cool. Well, I've already driven it on the track, and it is freaking really sweet. It's the Scion FRS, and it does handle very well. And to me, it looks like a mini Ferrari. Of course, not quite as powerful, but still an excellent $25,000 sports car. Scion XD, utility, and a great customized look. Really like that color combination. Ah, the IQ. It's such a cute little car, and it's actually what I'm testing this week, so look for my review coming up soon. Toyota's highlighting their safety and their future technology here. And over here, we have the Venza, which is a really great, fairly priced, but very luxurious luxury crossover. Leviton. This basically says that you can get a full charge in an hour and a half, and that will certainly be good in making the electric car, plug-in electric that is, more mainstream. But in the meantime, you also have the entire line of Prius, and I've tested all of them, and I must say they're excellent cars. You get great miles per gallon, great economy, and also lots of utility too. I actually own a Prius, and I think everybody should. I'm not saying your second car shouldn't be a Porsche or a great sports car, but for most of your driving, why not do it in something that's comfortable, and that will help you get great fuel economy and also help us save the world. Now this one looks really cool. Of course, it's just a concept, but to me, it looks like Speed Racer's Prius. Okay, let's see if it closes. Wow, that is great technology there from the Ford Escape. And standing out almost as much as this neon green paint are the lovely Ford models. There they are.
They're all leaving.
And they're all leaving. Looks actually more like a European hot hatch than a Ford, but this is a Ford Fiesta ST. And it's all new for 2014. And I think it's going to be a very nice car to drive. Well, here it is, the most powerful production V8. The Shelby GT500 convertible, 662 horsepower, and a 0 to 60 time somewhere around 3.5 to 4 seconds. Very fast. And very cool. Pays a great homage to the late, great Carroll Shelby. Toyota Tacoma X-Runner. I must say, that is one darn cool looking truck. Another great looking automobile, and I must say it looks smashing in orange, the Toyota FJ Cruiser. Of course, it's not all about the new cars here at the DC Auto Show. There's also a display of vintage Mustangs. All sorts of cool cars at the DC Auto Show. In fact, not just cool Mustangs. Great truck. Eldorado. Used to drive one of those all the time. Looks like a mid-70s Cadillac Eldorado. Great memories with that car. Even some used cars. Maserati. Great classic American cars. Wow. Great looking truck over there. Excellent. Bond. James Bond. Of course, this year they featured a classic Aston Martin DB5 in the film. And don't worry, the real one wasn't hurt. They didn't really blow it up. But these are some brand new modern Aston Martins. And don't they look great? Well, with either of these Bentleys, you're basically looking at the price of an average house in America. 350 something thousand here and 230 something right here. Seems like a bargain, actually. But hey, you know what? If you can afford such high-end luxury, I say go for it. But Drivin' Ivan's tip, you can actually pick one of these up, many years old, still looks the same, for right around $60,000, $70,000 used. Here are the excellent Lotuses. You can look for my test of the Evora, the 2+2, and look, Rolls-Royce. Similar to Bentley, but still a different sort of sensation when driving. Rolls-Royce, opulence. Bentley actually has a famous racing history. Bentley Brooklyns, the blower Bentleys from back in the day, and that's the history of these cars. Most people don't know that these days. People that are driving these are rock stars and uber wealthy people. But you know what? You should know a little bit of something about the car you're driving. To me, this is the way you need to go if you're going to be driving a Rolls-Royce. You need a drop-top cabriolet, and you also need two-tone paint. Another cool feature on the Rollers is the suicide doors. Lincoln Continental style. There it is, the all-electric Fisker Karma, the future of the automobile. Sure, it's a sports car, but it's all electric too. You're looking at a price tag of $116,000, but you even get to capture the sun and use its power. That's awesome. Looking in the interior, you got all the luxury of any late model luxury car. And this one's the extended range model, which means you can go 240 miles. Mini Cooper S Paceman, definitely a cool concept. And here we have the John Cooper Works Mini, specially prepped and especially fast too. Great looking interior. It's that retro sort of mini look that they've made popular over the years. Everybody gets to see the speedometer. And here we have the Mini Cooper Clubman. Speed and utility all in one package. I like that. Look, you can even pick DC Cab's new color schemes. Zoom Zoom is right. Here it is. In my opinion, one of the best sports cars you can buy right now. Not extremely fast, but it's got just the right amount of power and just the right level of handling to make for one really fun car to drive. And as Mazda says, and I think it's very true, even the Mazda 2 over here and the 5, the new CX-5, there's a little bit of the Miata, a little bit of sports car in all of Mazda's cars. Zoom Zoom, Sky Active style. So this is Honda's new safety innovation. They basically have a camera here and they put the image of the camera here so you can always see your blind spot. Of course, you know, Drivin Ivan thinks that you should just turn your head and look, but given that most people don't know how to do that, Honda is very good to engineer something that'll help. And here we have the Civic STI looking bold and blue. And here's the spiritual successor to the CR-V HF. It's the CR-Z Hybrid. And here's the Scion FRS's twin, Subaru BRZ. Here's a semi-understated Subaru WRX. And this one's a bit bolder. Subaru WRX STI. If you crave a little more speed than the Mazda Miata has, well, you can't go wrong with Nissan 370Z. Plus, with the auto rev match, you'll feel like a race car driver when you're driving it. Here's the Kia Batman version. And this one. You know, Kia is really making some great cars these days. And I gotta say, they do a great job at emulating the other cars on the market and seeing what works and making it their own. That's what's great about a Kia. Well, look for my review of the Nissan GTR, but I gotta tell you that for the money, and even not for the money, this thing is definitely one of the best sports cars on the market. It is indeed, truly, the Dragon Slayer. Look for my full review elsewhere, but I've got to say, the Hyundai Genesis is a pretty fine sports car, and this particular interior color looks great. Starting at about $60,000, the Equus offers features that are usually found in cars that cost twice as much. Technologically savvy and very luxurious too. Even in the back, you could be chauffeur driven in this. Starting at just $35,000, the Genesis Coupe is also a bargain. Here's the Hyundai Veloster Turbo, and I can say, having driven it about 1,500 miles, that it's definitely an excellent car. It's got that cool Veloster look, good fuel economy, great technology, and with the turbo, it's actually pretty quick too. The G63 AMG, 536 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. And that Hollywood star look too. Back to the past or back to the future, I'm not sure, but this is the SLS AMG with the gull wing doors, reminiscent of the 50s SL. With up to 277 horsepower, the C5, starting at just $25,500. Having driven the LS and the GS, I'm really looking forward to the IS here. Should be a really nice car. And as Lexus's entry-level vehicle, it should still also be a great performer and still have a lot of luxury too. Well, for those that don't know, Toyota's namesake is Akio Toyoda, and he is a sports car enthusiast. He loves his race cars, and this is his pet project, the Lexus LFA, and it is extremely fast. Of course, it'll set you back about $400K if you can even get one, but it's everything Toyota and Lexus can put together in terms of technology and speed, and it is an amazing car. I would say that under Akio Toyoda's guidance, Toyota and Lexus and Scion's future is definitely going to be good for people that like sports cars. Is there such a thing as a bargain Lamborghini? Of course there is, and here it is, the Audi R8. Well, Mercedes and BMW and Audi have always been going at it in terms of sales for their luxury cars in the US. But I do like Audi's offerings, and I like their display. All white, and they've got every car out here. The S8 is a really fine looking car, and quite fast too. A lot of car manufacturers seem to be making this shape, but I just don't get the hatchback. I mean, why not continue the roofline high and you'll have more room? I just don't get it. Probably going for the look, I guess, but to me, the station wagon or crossover form makes more sense. Lincoln seems to be doing a good job of redefining their image, and I think they're going to be successful. These are some nice looking cars. And nice looking models too, I have to say. It's a very innovative looking dash design too. No knobs. QX56. Look for my review elsewhere, but this really is the penultimate large SUV. And I think they make one of the best looking crossovers too. Drivin' Ivan is definitely a fan of Infiniti's Art Deco styling. In fact, I do own a GS35. I'm a really big fan of convertibles too, and I've tested just about every Infiniti G37 convertible out there, including the new IPL, Infiniti Performance line. And that one's quite a screamer. Here's the IPL Coupe. Special trim, special paint too. Recently tested the M5, in fact this very car, and I must say, in terms of a luxury sedan combined with amazing power and speed, can't go wrong with a BMW M5. The 650 Grand Coupe by BMW. The only problem I have with this is they're calling it a coupe. It's not a coupe, it's a sedan. Sedan has 4 doors. A coupe, in Italian, coupe means cut. And this is not cut. This is a full 4-door car. So, just like BMW puts a spin on the station wagon and calls it a touring, well, they're trying to spin you on this new so-called coupe, but don't fool yourself. It's not a coupe, it's a sedan. The 2014 Z4 Roadster. Looks like they're scaling it down a bit. Used to kind of look like Darth Vader to me, but looks like they're making it look like the Z3. And that makes me happy, actually, because the Z3, to me, was always a better looking car. And this one, it seems, follows that design philosophy. The new Jaguar F-Type. Quite a looker. Sort of a spiritual successor to the E-Type. Although, it's not a dead ringer, but they tie it in with their current model lineup, and it's a looker. I tell you, from every angle, they definitely did not get it wrong. This is the S model, and it's hot, I gotta say. Taking a look at the interior, sporty, luxurious, just like a Jag should be. Very nice. Well, Jag's got a number of really fine looking sedans here, and I gotta say this one is definitely one of my favorites, the XJL. Long wheelbase, but yet it is a very large car, but really doesn't look it. And here's the XK starting at $85,000. Well, the Range Rover Evoque is definitely a cool looking SUV crossover, and it's very good off-road too. Range Rover and Land Rover are proven, and they're some of the best at going off-road out there. But take a look at this one. Range Rover Supercharged Autobiography. Now that one, I don't think you want to take it off-road so much with that low ground clearance, but man, is it cool. Well, Cadillac has really come a long way and changed their image. This is the 2014 ELR, and it is pretty cool looking. You know, I took my driver's test in a 1970 Cadillac convertible, Coupe de Ville, and you know, their image was pretty much luxury and very cushy ride. And now, CTS-V wagon there, I've previously tested that, and I can say it's a screamer. 6-speed manual transmission available. What a great ride that is. 0 to 60 in the mid 3-second range, and simply amazing. So Cadillac is really not just making great luxury cars these days, but they're making great sports cars too. With this one, the all-new ATS, Cadillac hopes to go after some of that 3 Series BMW and Mercedes C-Class and Audi A4 audience, and I think they definitely have a chance. It looks great. Look, 6-speed manual too. A true American sports sedan. The CTS-V sedan, simply an amazing, quick sedan. And here's the all-new Cadillac XTS for 2013. It's been a long time coming, but here it is, the new Beetle convertible. I have tested the new Beetle, but not the convertible. And let's check it out inside. Well, definitely has the look of other modern Volkswagens. I've tested the Passat and the Jetta, GLI, and of course, I think that the GTI GLI are definitely some of the best handling front-wheel drive cars available these days. And Volkswagen is making some really nice cars. Definitely worth checking them out. Here's the new CC, and they actually have it in an R model too, so just like the Golf R, it should be a real screamer. Thanks for watching Drivin' Ivan and the DC Auto Show. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.